Hey guys, welcome back to another Clumsy Jedi live stream. I'm noticing this is skipping a little bit and I apologize for that. Our internet it tends to slow down when the weather gets cold. So just to let you know. I know most people have probably anticipated the live 3 this afternoon, and I will be back then in case you guys missed this one. But anyway, I do have a few things I would like to touch on before you guys start asking questions. First of all, I'm going to give a chance for more people to sign in and, see what's going on. And, you know, so to everyone who's coming, welcome to the November live stream. I'm glad to see you guys. This is earlier than I originally planned for the sole reason that we've been having car trouble. So it's not really safe to go to, I don't know about safe, but we can't really trust the car to go the 25 miles into town to get to church. So we're staying home today. Otherwise, I would have my original plan of having a live stream at 3. So, first thing on the agenda, I'm going to say hi to everybody. There's 3 people watching. Hello. Oh, Darth Crosos, good to see you. Glad you could make it. Okay. First thing on the agenda is talking about plans for the holidays. Obviously, the next one coming up is Thanksgiving. Who else can't believe that Thanksgiving is this week? Well, not like flyby, but just mind blown. It's crazy. The year is like almost over. Where did it go? All right. Our original plans for Thanksgiving, I'm not going to vlog that day. I was going to post a picture, but the way things are working out, I probably won't even be able to do that. And I am sorry that it's skipping. Nobody else that I know of is online. So if this skips, I apologize. It's probably due to the cold. Like I said, our local internet tends to slow down to molasses speed when it's cold. So, like I said, next holiday coming up is Thanksgiving. I'm not going to be vlogging that day. The original plan was we were going over to family to spend time there, but with the car the way it is, that at this point is up in the air. We do have a way to fix one of the problems that's going on with the car, which is the alternator. But I'm not sure when that's going to be. So we're pretty much going to be sitting tight for, I would estimate, a week, possibly longer. As far as Christmas goes, there are no plans set in stone, although, as always, it's going to be ridiculously tight. I'm not going to be vlogging on Christmas either. As a matter of fact, December 24th, Christmas Eve, is going to be my last regular vlog this year. After that, I'm going to take a break until the 2nd of January next year, just to give you guys a heads up on that. I am considering a live stream for New Year's Eve, but that depends on how the internet is and how quiet it is around here, or if any other plans pop up. So, wait for a few more people to check in. Again, I'm really glad to see you guys. This feels weird, vlogging at 11 a.m. on a Sunday. This time of day, normally we would be in church, but that's just not possible today. So, you know what I need to do? I need to get some water because my throat's already starting. It's so dry out here. We need more. Okay, we got the first question. Oh, it's actually a joke. This one's pretty good. Jedi mind tricks is, hey, what kind of car does a Jedi drive? A toy Yoda. Resemble that remark I do. Yes. All right, I'm going to go get some water, and then I will be back in a couple minutes. So, see you guys in just a couple, but I'm not going to turn it off. I'm just going to leave it going, so you can stare at the Porg and Yoda until I get back. Okay. Someone suggested having water ready when I live stream, and here's some water. 6 people watching now. Awesome. That's pretty good. That's a different one. I've never heard of a Jedi that can go invisible. Oh, yeah, now I get it. Right. I'm guessing those of you who just tuned in to see this live stream of just Yoda and the Porg, they're like, what the heck? Don't worry, guys, I'm back. In fact, I need to move these guys over so I have some more room to work with. Here we go. All right, got my tablet here, reviewing the subjects I wanted to touch on during today's live stream. Again, I'm mostly going to be talking about these up until more people check in. I would say about 10 people if we ever get to that point, and then I'll start taking questions. Okay, so, all right. Since it is getting near the end of the year, I am going to be touching on the type of vlogs I'm going to be doing next year. And in order to facilitate that, I've been doing a series of polls on Twitter. But if you can't vote on Twitter, if you don't have Twitter, don't have any social media, don't worry. I'm going to be asking you guys these same questions during the live stream today. As soon as I get, I would say at least 10 people watching, maybe. But anyway, I know it's pretty quiet right now, but that's okay. Okay, as far as, oh yes, vlogs next year. Thanks to the input I've already gotten from quite a few of you, I'm going to be cutting down my vlogs to approximately 3 to 4 per week, unless like something amazing happens, like when the first trailer for episode 9 drops, or if I can manage to do reactions to season 7 of Clone Wars, then that schedule will change. But for the most part, at this point, I'm going to be uploading starting next year every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and Saturday. Some weeks alternating between Friday and Saturday. So I hope you guys will be happy to hear that. Not as many, but hopefully higher quality. I'm going to try and raise the quality of my vlogs, not just visually, like with, I'm hoping, a new camera, better lighting, and that kind of thing, but with more angles, give it more of a cinematic feel, especially when I'm outside, not just panning and then doing a selfie shot when I'm walking along a path, but setting up the camera at different points so I can get as many different angles as possible, give myself more to work with in editing. Excuse me. So, oh yes, and starting next year, any major holidays I'm going to be taking off. Specifically, Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas are all going to be like no-goes. I'll probably post something on social media, like on Twitter, Facebook, saying, Happy Easter, Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, that kind of thing. But beyond that, you will not be hearing from me during those holidays because, everybody needs a day off, and those are going to be my preset days off. And I'm probably rambling at this point, but I don't know. I just don't want you guys to hear crickets in the background. All right. Next subject is, yes, I've been talking about making a new introduction for next year. I have picked out the intro I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be writing the shooting script for that starting the week after Thanksgiving and doing some storyboards. I know the kind of angles I want to get. It's going to be really short. I'm going to try and keep it under a minute, if not shorter. And I'm going to start building the set, if you will, for it, which is, just going to be cardboard and paint as always. The first week of December, if I can afford it, if I can swing enough money for it. And shooting the introduction for next year is going to take place on December 26th and 27th. I may or may not do a behind the scenes video for that one like I did last year. Last year seemed to be pretty popular, but last year's definitely more involved. This year's is going to be really, really simple. I'm probably only going to do like 2, maybe 3 shots at most. Last year's was like a whole production. So that does it for news for the new introduction. Yes, views. I need to talk to you guys about this one. Most of my videos have been getting an average of 50 to 60 views each, most of them hovering somewhere around the low 40s. In order to sustain this, I'm going to need to get at least 100 views per video to sustain the amount of money I get per click. At this point, I'm only earning 3 cents per click. So you can see it's peanuts. My next payout from Google at this point, I have no idea when it's going to be, but unless a miracle happens and I hit like thousands of views on the rest of my videos for the rest of the year, I'm not going to be getting paid until at the soonest spring of next year, at least not from Google. Which brings me to the next subject, which is the projects I'm going to be doing. I know I've tried to keep you updated on projects, but at this point, all future projects are on hold until I get an increase in my income. At this point, I'm only earning $27 a month, and that is barely enough to pay for my dog's food. So yeah, that's definitely up in the air. And also with what's going on with the car, it's kind of unpredictable right now, the dependability of it. So I don't know. It's kind of up in the air at this point. But I'm not giving up on them. I do have several projects on the list. First thing, of course, I want to finish Endor Leia and actually get her approved. And then I've got a couple of other projects I want to do. I do have one project coming up. I want to build another droid. I want to try and build a droid with the junk that I've got lying around. Just a little tiny one, maybe about the size of Yoda or maybe shorter. So anyway. Okay, next subject. I really hate bringing this up. If you know me at all, you'll know I don't like asking for money. But I figured sometime before the end of the drive, yeah. Sorry about that. End of the live stream, I would have to bring this up. So, since I talked to you guys about upgrading my equipment next year, and there is no money for that at this point, I am holding, I've got another GoFundMe going. I know, like I said, I hate asking, but the truth is I need to upgrade my equipment. Since more people want me to vlog outside, that means in order to do away with at least most of the wind interference so you guys can hear me, I'm going to need to get a lavalier microphone and a new camera, bare minimum. Those are the two things I need. And the new camera I'm looking at isn't even brand new, but it's an HD, it's a DSLR camera. It's a Canon Rebel EOS 6, I think. It's a couple years old, so it's not as expensive as a brand new Canon Rebel would be. But you can change out the lenses, you can take better still photos. It's got a longer video recording time than my little point and shoot does. My point and shoot can only record for 8 minutes. But the DSLR that I'm looking at, I think it's got a record time of about a half hour uninterrupted. I have to look that up. But it's longer than what I've got now. And then I wouldn't have to keep worrying about when the camera's turning off when I'm vlogging. And I could record longer stretches at a time. I might even be able to hook it up to my computer and give you a better quality for live streams. So it's not, as one of you so interestingly put it, looking like an ransom video. No more ransom videos. We want to do away with those. So anyway, got the GoFundMe going, and I will leave a link to it down in the description box. After this live stream is over, I can't surf multiple pages right now because as it is, my dad is online and my mom is online, so that's sort of clogging up the little thing we've got going. And on the subject of support, again, I hate bringing this up, but I'm kind of forced into it. I am, most of you probably know that my Patreon income has went from $100 a month. Now it's down to $27 a month. So I need to get that back up so that I don't have to do these GoFundMe things to get my equipment upgraded. And that way I have money for like projects and the things I bring to you to keep the vlogs good. I'm not very articulate right now. I'm sorry. My schedule's gotten thrown off by the car trouble, but Anyway, as far as the Patreon goes, my goal for that is still at $100 a month. I know that sounds like a lot. A lot of you are like, I can't afford that. I know. Trust me. I am intimately familiar with not having enough money to help someone. But like I said, I'm not asking for a lot. The minimum, like this, the floor, the starting point for donations to Patreon is $1 a month. Now, if you do the math, that's less than 5 cents per day. And I think most people could probably swing that. And since I'm looking for $100 a month, if I get 100 people, that's less than 5% of my subscribers. If I could get less than 5% of my subscribers doing $1 each on Patreon every single month, I would hit my goal right there. And of course, the link to my Patreon account is, I'm going to put it in the description box after the video is done. And like I said, since I've already got $27 a month at this point, my bare minimum to reach my goal is 73 new patrons at $1 a month. I had to do a lot of math here, which I'm not good at. 14 new patrons at $5 a month, or 7 new patrons at $10 a month. Now, I know like anything helps. So I'm just going to put that out there and leave the links in the description box down below. Okay, looks like we got it to about 9 viewers at one point, but then it dropped pretty quick. I have a feeling this live stream is going to be pretty dead. Normally, by now the comments are flying right and left, but that's okay. I know you guys are used to me doing this on a Saturday and it's Sunday, so okay. In the meantime, I want to welcome the other viewers here. Hello to John Campbell and Richard Long, who says, good morning from Casa Grande, Arizona. Awesome, Sauce. That's cool. Eagles fan 2016, hello. Warren Thorne, hello. Or Thorne. I can't tell if that's an R-N-E or an M-E. That's terrible. You know what? That's a good tip. Darth Crosos just said, if it helps, think of your Patreon as a tip jar. I know it's uncomfortable to have to promote it. Yes, I don't like that. And all their way, Guernsey. Okay, now that we've got about 8 people watching, everybody check in, tell me where you're coming from, and I'll say hello to you. I always love welcoming my audience, which half the time it ends up being, international. Exactly. A lot of people, Darth Cross is right. He made a point. Not a lot of people look in the description box, so that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start directing more viewers to the description box so more people know about the Patreon, and now we don't have to mention the word Patreon every single vlog, because that people get annoyed by that really quick. And trust me, I hate begging for money, bugging people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? I'm getting all tied up. Okay, people starting to check in. Awesome. Fort Worth, Texas. Welcome, Eagles fan 2016. John Campbell from Ocala, Florida. Awesome. Thank you for checking in. Oh, thank you, Warren. You're so generous to say that. I know not a lot of my videos are up to the high standard that I would like, but hopefully, in this next year, I'll be able to bring my vlogs up to a standard where I feel like I deserve that. No, I'm not articulate today. My schedule's been thrown off. So please, pardon me. Oh, hello, Jedi Starship. Nice of you to check in. Always good to see you. All right, up to 10 viewers. Awesome. So after everybody is done checking in with where they're from, then I can start taking questions. Jedi Mind Trick, St. Paul, Minnesota. Oh, man, I bet it's cold up there. Ooh. I've heard Minnesota's like one of the coldest states in the Union. Minnesota's been called like the ice box. So how cold is it in St. Paul, buddy? Hoth. I believe it. I mean, I thought it was chilly here. I woke up this morning, it was about 26 degrees. 8 degrees. In St. Paul. Yeah, okay. That's cold. Once it gets into the single digits, nobody can argue that that's not cold. That is, oh my gosh. Ooh, we get single digits here in eastern Utah a couple of times a year, but 8 degrees. Oh my gosh. And in November, no less. That, ooh, man, that makes me want to throw on a parka just thinking about it. I'll tell you this though, I can put up with the cold a lot easier than I can put up with the heat. With the cold, you can just throw more layers on or just curl up under a blanket. Oh my lord. Another report from Jedi Mind Tricks from Minnesota. He says, quote, last year we were colder than Mars. Negative 46. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Oh. Hearing that sort of temperature makes my limbs hurt. Oh my gosh. Okay, if I ever visit any of the states up north, remind me never to go there in winter. I would freeze my tail. Oh my gosh. Okay, Darth Croesus says balmy 32 degrees here in Spokane, Washington. That's a little bit warmer than us. No, it's about the same. It's about the same as us. I think we're about 30, not 31, 32 degrees out here right now. So it's freezing. John Campbell says, I've been watching Star Wars Resistance. I'm pleasantly surprised. If you think you'll like it when you see it, I think you'll like it when you see it if you haven't already. No, I haven't seen it. I'm going to wait a few months to see if, let's just say, if another platform releases it. That's all I'm going to say. Richard Long, Casa Grande is a porg-free zone. Oh, poor Pudgy. Who doesn't like porgs? All right. Okay. Uh-oh. I think I'm seeing a couple people I need to block. I don't know how to do that during chat. If anybody knows how, please tell me. Okay, continuing on. Warren Thorne says it's 9 Celsius. Okay, I think the way to convert Celsius, or is it centigrade or Celsius? I can't tell. Let's see. Darn. Let's see. Dang it, I lost my train of thought. I was trying to figure out how to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. Quite possibly, Darth Crow says, quite possibly. Just to let everybody know, I will not stand for any crude comments or anything more than I would say PG rated. So yeah, these live streams stay up for about a month or two after their broadcast, and my nieces and nephews are frequent watchers, so I want to keep things clean for them. This is your only warning. Okay? There we go. Okay, so dang it, what was I gonna? Oh yeah, I was gonna try and convert centigrade to Celsius. So yeah, I got completely thrown off. My okay, that's okay. Just as long as you heed this long warning, I'll let it go. Okay, we're good. All right, so how do you convert? Okay, I'll just let that go. I'm centigrade to Celsius. Phooey. Oh gosh, Fahrenheit to. There's got to be a converter in here somewhere converting Celsius to Fahrenheit. Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay. Okay, so 9 degrees Celsius would be 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. Whew. All right, I'll just keep this open. Okay. Jedi Starship, no worries, just send all the pork. No, I'm keeping my pork. I'm keeping Pudgy. This is like my favorite gift to date from a subscriber because he's so cute. In fact, he's traveled with me anytime I go like out of state or out of town overnight. He comes with me because I have to have something furry around. I'm a fur addict. Anyway, that doesn't sound right. Okay, all right. First question from Jedi Mind Tricks. So have you heard, and what are your thoughts on Disney live-action series The Mandalorian? Pretty psyched Dave Filoni has been confirmed and signed on as a director. Ooh, Ooh, I didn't hear that news about Dave Filoni. That sounds cool. Now that I've heard that news, I've seen a couple of pictures. I have to say, the scenery and the costumes look pretty good. If they can come up with a really good story, and then Dave Filoni like a director, ooh, okay, I'm officially interested now that I've heard that Dave Filoni's been hired on as a director. That sounds really cool. I mean, most, Mandalorian stuff, I can't really get into it, but the stories he can come up with, ooh, or just directing, but still, ooh, that's really neat. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the tip, Darth Crosus. I will try and remember that for future reference. Best move Disney has made yet. Okay. Filoni's directing the first episode. Ooh, I like that. That's really cool. Okay, now that we've got enough people watching here, I'm gonna poll you guys a couple of things. Yeah. Maybe I'll do that later when I'm not quite so tongue-tied. Okay. Richard Long says, you mentioned about reading a graphic novel of Splinter of the Mind's Eye. Yes, I have. But have you read Star Wars Infinities? No, I haven't. I've never read those, and honestly, I don't know how to get a hold of them at this point. So if I can find them like at a used bookstore or at the local library or the local Walmart, if I can find any of those, I will definitely pick them up. I think I've seen one Star Wars Infinities comic at the library in town. Next time I'm there, if it's there, I will pick it up and see if I can read it. So thank you for the tip. Okay, next question from Warren. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to call you Warren T because I can't tell if that's an M or an RNE. Says, what do you think on the live action of the Rogue One male actor? Oh yes, the Cassian Andor prequel series that Diego Luna's coming back for. I'm pretty excited about that. Rogue One I was not really big on it when I first saw it because it was kind of depressing, but the more I watch Rogue One, the more I really like it, and the more I'd like to know the characters' backstories. Honestly, I would have gone for a backstory on Chirrut a little bit more and a backstory on Bodhi because those are my two favorite characters. But hey, if it's backstory on Cassian Andor and how he got to be the way he is, I welcome that. That sounds really cool. And Diego Luna did a really good job. So have him coming back, that's cool. I'm looking forward to that. Sintage 88. Have to admit that Vader scene in Rogue One was just awesome. That was insane. That was like borderline Force Unleashed crazy to see Vader absolutely destroy those fleet troopers. I mean, to this day, I watch that, and I've seen the movie like 20 times now. I watch that scene, and I'm like, just mouth hanging open the whole time. Oh, New Hope Infinity. Yes, that's the one I've seen. I've seen Return of the Jedi Infinities at the library in the county seat, which is Price. So, yeah, the next time I'm there, I'm going to pick those up and read them. Take some notes, as it were. Okay, let's try this again. Since I know not all of you are on Twitter and able to participate in some of the polls, I want to give you guys the option of giving your input on the vlogs that I'm going to be doing in 2019 because you're my viewers. I value your opinions, and I want to make sure you guys are happy with the content I'm putting out. So I'm going to be asking you guys the same questions I put in the polls on Twitter. Some of these haven't even been asked yet, so you get first crack at it. Lucky you. So next. I don't know. Here it is. Okay, I had to find it. All right, first question for you guys. Pay attention now. Would you prefer? It's about locations. Would you prefer my vlogs to be inside or outside? Go ahead and make your opinions known, and I'll take note of them. If that ends up changing the results of the poll that I posted on Twitter, I'll take note of that. So there you go. Oh my goodness, thank you. Richard Long says your reaction to the Rogue One teaser trailer is what sold me to your vlogs and your movie reviews. Cool. I know that's if I'm honest with myself, I know that's what most of you are here for. You like the reaction videos. That's the thing that's got the most views. Good grief. The family reaction to Rogue One blew up like I couldn't even imagine. I mean, it's still climbing. I think at last count, it was like 150,000 views on that video, I think. And that just completely, that gained me like about 200 subscribers at least. A lot. I know my subscribers skyrocketed after that, and the views just blew up. So I'm expecting, depending on how the public opinion of episode 9, whether or not they've recovered yet from episode 8, when the episode 9 trailers come out, I expect things will spike a little bit more. They always do when a new movie comes out, and I react to the trailer, especially if it looks like it's going to be popular. So I'm expecting another spike in views and subscribers when the first trailer for episode 9 comes out. Okay. Okay, results of the poll. There's one inside, one don't mind inside or outside. Oh, John Campbell, yes, the Force Awakens reaction at college. That one was incredibly emotional. Still, that may be my top one. I don't think any single trailer reaction can top that one as far as experience goes, because it was the first full-length trailer for the first Star Wars movie in 10 years, and things were coming full circle. We finally get to see, and the fact that Han and Leia popped up in it, that is just like, and the music, I still listen to the music for the Force Awakens trailer and I get goosebumps. That was probably the height of my excitement right there. And I'm really glad that I captured it. Okay. That's all right, Darth Crosus. Yes, please don't vote twice. If you've already voted on Twitter, don't continue to vote in the poll. And just to refresh you guys' memories, the question is, will you prefer the vlogs to be inside or outside? So far, I've gotten 2 votes, one for inside, one for don't mind inside or outside. So, 10 people watching. Oh, 4 likes. That's cool. Thanks, guys. I apologize if I'm croaking a little bit, but the weather out here is really dry. We're still in a bad drought. We have not been nearly as unfortunate as California as far as the wildfires go. Our wildfire season pretty much ended when it dropped to freezing, but it's still dry. We need some serious snowpack in the mountains so we can recover next year. But that's why I keep sipping the water, because the air is so dry. Okay, next question from Alex. What do you think episode 9 will be called? You know, for the first time, I have no speculation on that. It's not like I don't care. Of course I care. Before I heard the title of Force Awakens, I was really hoping that they would use Legacy of the Force for the very last episode, because I thought that would have been perfect. But since the Force has already been used in The Force Awakens and now Jedi's already been used, I have no idea. I seriously have no idea. Like, maybe something mentioning balance. I have no idea. Yeah, totally agree with Dark Crosus, who says, I just hope it's much better received. Me too. I want, this division in the Star Wars fan community is getting really old, seriously. And the volatility of opinions, it just, it drives me crazy. That's why I'm trying to keep my channel positive. No matter what happens with the rest of Star Wars fandom, I want the Clumsy Jedi channel to be a haven, if you will, of positive things about Star Wars instead of all this negativity that we're getting. And if that drives down my views, so be it. For the few people that do like positive stuff, I'm here for you guys. Speech over. That's an interesting idea, Alex. The final tyranny. Yeah. The word final might be good. Final balance or final, I have no idea, honestly. Yes, Jedi mind tricks is. I'm getting anxiety. This will be the end of the Skywalker legacy. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about that too. But you know what? The great thing about Star Wars is that even if somebody doesn't like something it's canon or they're sad about a series of films ending, if you want to see more adventures of Luke or more Skywalkers, there's always the books you can go back to. Heck, there's always fan fiction. And honestly, some of the fan fiction I've read is better than official fiction because they nail the characters better. And if you want to see them have a happy ending, they've got that. Or if you want to see more conflict with like the great grandchildren of a Skywalker, they've probably got that. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And that's the great thing about Star Wars. I mean, and if all this fails, if it's just the original trilogy that you absolutely love, there's nowhere that says you have to take everything that's either been written or put on the screen as canon. If it's just in your head canon 4, 5, and 6, that's great. You can keep going back to that and welcome the characters that you know and love. So anyway. Okay, next question from Richard Long. Do you believe Rey will have her own Jedi Academy? I don't think a fully fledged Jedi Academy, at least by the end of episode 9, but I really want to see her take on the role of teacher after she's learned a bit more. Apparently she's good with the books, but my personal hope is that some Force ghosts, whether Yoda, Anakin, Luke, or all of them, will come and train her, just come back and talk to her and train her that way. That way she's got more than just book learning, if you will. She's got some practical applications of the Force. Because there's only so much you can learn from books. You got to learn the practicalities of it. And I believe Anakin could give her some good input on like balancing emotions, because it was better qualified because he learned firsthand how uncontrolled negative emotions can lead to the dark side. But then Luke can tell her about how not all emotions are bad. And anyway, between Yoda and Luke and Anakin, I think Rey would learn enough. And yes, I do want to see her train some people. Honestly, I want to see Broom Boy come back. Since they stuck him at the end of episode 8, I kind of want to see that kid come back in episode 9 and be Rey's first student. I think that would be pretty good way to end it. Okay, next question. Hang on. Okay. Next question from Warren T. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Which is your favorite character of Star Wars on the light side and the dark side? Okay, favorite light side character is and probably always will be Luke Skywalker. I'm a Luke fangirl. Yoda's close behind, but I absolutely adore Luke. Favorite dark side character? It has to be Darth Vader because he ended up turning back to the light side. So, two favorite characters, light side and dark side, are Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. There you go. Next question, Sintage88. Where do you think they will take Star Wars after 9? I've always wanted an Old Republic setting for a movie. Dude, you and about 5,000 other people have been like begging for some sort of a movie set in the Old Republic. I don't know if they'll ever do that since they're tackling the Mandalorian now. I really don't know where they're going to go with the timeline, whether they're going to go back or whether they're just going to keep going forward. It's anybody's guess at this point. So that might be interesting to see after some of those videos that I've seen about Darth Revan. His story on screen as a full feature-length movie might be interesting, and I know all the Old Republic fans would absolutely go, they'd probably lose their minds. Okay, cool. Darth Crosus. Yes, I heard about the Legacy comics with Cade Skywalker. Yeah. I've heard of those, but I haven't really read them. Okay, Jedi Starship. Next question. Clumsy, we've seen you greatly improved on your saber practice. Have you been watching more tutorials on fencing and sword fighting? No, I've fallen behind. I've been so caught up in trying to wrap up the vlogs at the end of the year. And, okay. Oh, dang. Okay. Nuts. How do they do this? How do you do this? Okay. Boom. Okay, we can do this. Hooey. Okay. Ugh. All right, I lost it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next question from Warren T. And what do you think of the older public when they said it was going to happen before they're stopped to do your other projects? Oh, okay. Kind of a hard sentence to understand. Let me read that again and see if I can figure it out. What do you think of the older public when they're said it was going to happen before they're stopped to do? Oh. I'm really sorry. I can't understand your question. I'm really sorry. I'm trying. I'm not good at decoding things. Okay, next question from Alex. Do you have any favorite Star Wars books? By the way, I'm reading Lost Stars. I've already read Thrawn and Rebel Rising. Oh gosh, favorite Star Wars books for the old canon. It's the Thrawn trilogy and the two follow-up things, Spectre of the Past and Vision of the Future. I love them. Um, they're just so good. I mean, they're so well written. The characterizations of the main three, Han, Luke, and Leia, are spot on. The character of Mara Jade, she makes a good entrance in here, and the way Timothy Zahn can actually fix the mistakes that the other authors made in like Vision of the Past, Spectre of the Past, and Vision of the Future, the way he tied things up and sort of fixed it, that was brilliant. And yeah, anything by Timothy Zahn, I'm into, especially if it involves Han, Luke, or Leia. As far as the new canon books, my absolute favorite, since I'm a Luke fangirl, it's got to be, oh, what is it? Weapon of the Jedi. I can't remember the book title. That's terrible. It's one of my favorites, and I can't remember the dang title. Where is it? Heir to the Jedi. That's it. So yeah, Heir to the Jedi by, oh, I can't remember the dude's name. Anyway, Heir to the Jedi is my favorite new canon book. Although Bloodlines is pretty close behind. It characterizes Leia so good. I love it so much. So yeah, those are my favorite books. Okay, let's see if we can get to the next poll. I'm already starting to croak. That's terrible. Another question from John Campbell. Have you ever read or seen the comic Vader Down? It was devastating. Highly recommend. I have not, but you know what's odd? I'm actually reading a follow-up fan fiction to that, and that sounds pretty good. And now I'm curious about where that idea came from, so I may pick it up and read it if I can find it. Oh, okay. They were going to do the Old Republic films, then it stopped because they were going to the live action film. Okay. That's an interesting idea. Time travel in episode 9. I like the idea of world between worlds. That's that I think is a perfect avenue to bring Luke back to life. They did it with Ahsoka. Why not do it with Luke? I mean, he's been around longer. Luke fangirl talking here, don't mind me. But time travel, possibly. If they use the world between worlds to travel between time periods, that would be very interesting. Okay, next question from Alex. Do you think Rey is overpowered? That's kind of a loaded question. Power is one thing, knowledge is another. The power of the Force is infinite, and one only has to know how to access it in order to use it. I do think Rey knows how to do too many things too fast. But as far as overpowered goes, it's semantics. Oh, yeah, I've heard of Nomi Sunrider. I've heard of her, but actually, one of my friends, their favorite old expanded universe character is Nomi Sunrider. I barely like Ulix Sindral or something. I cannot remember those names. It's been so long since I've done any looking into the old Republic comics. I've seen a little bit. Oh, and answering your question, Warren, I have not seen the new Darth Vader comic. We don't have a bookstore out here or a comic store, so any new comics I can't really read. Okay. Oh man, these questions are coming pretty fast now. It's always in the last 15 minutes of the live. You notice that? Always in the last 15 minutes of the live stream, I get top views and top, thumbs up, and the questions start coming fast and furious. That always happens. Okay. Next question from Alex. What do you wish to see from Lando in episode 9? I don't know. Number one thing, I don't want him killed off. They've done enough to the original trilogy characters. No more. Let's just keep him around and let him die at a ripe old age. Smooth as ever. I have quite a bit of faith that Billy D. Williams would do a really good job. He never left the character of Lando. He became the character of Lando, and that's pretty much who he is. Because if his voice acting in Rebels is anything to go by, he's still got it. And I am sad that we're not going to get, at the very least, a Lando and Leia reunion, because I can't see how they can use previously shot footage of Carrie Fisher for that, or a Lando and Han reunion. But at the very least, we need to see Lando reunite with Chewie. A fun but predictable twist would be Lando tells Finn, "I am your father." Okay, forget it. That was just something silly. Anyway, Gila Keldroma. Yeah, that's it. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, links. That's fine. Okay. Jedi Starship says at the Clumsy Jedi, clumsier live streams have to be longer. Smaller time frame equals fewer people and questions. Well, I don't like doing videos longer than an hour because, frankly, I lose my voice. And then you're left with long periods of time where, frankly, I'm not here. So there you go. Okay. No change on that one. Let's see if we can get back to the polls here. Forget it. I'll ask you guys later. I'm tired. I need to get to the rest of this stuff while I still have. Oh, yes. Okay. There's something I mentioned on my, real quick, there's something I mentioned on my 2,000 subscriber thank you video, and that's a contest. The contest, in case you haven't heard of it, is, it's making fan art of the Clumsy Jedi in some sort of a funny Star Wars situation, whether it's photoshopped or it's drawn. And that was announced probably, 2-3 weeks ago? About 2 weeks ago, and there haven't been any entries yet. So I'm wondering if not enough people knew about it, or if just people are limited because they don't happen to be on the Clumsy Jedi social media page, or they're, people could, have lives and just be busy. But that contest is still open. I think I'm probably going to extend it until about December 8th. I was going to stop it on November 30th, but since nobody's entered yet, I think I'm going to extend that a little bit. And one thing I am going to do right now, since a lot of people have told me they don't have social media, another way you can enter this contest with the fan art is to email it directly to me. And I can share it on Facebook and stuff so everybody can see it. So right now I'm going to be typing in my email address. So this is a heads up. This is probably only going to stay up for a couple minutes. But if I can even type here. I cannot type. Okay. There is my email address. So if anybody wants to still, if anybody has any ideas at all, no matter how ridiculous they are, because the point is, stick me in some sort of a funny situation, whether you're putting my face on someone else's face, or whatever. And you can use a screen capture from any one of my previously uploaded videos, whatever facial expression you want, whether I'm going, oh, I've got quite a few weird facial expressions that should be funny. You can Photoshop me wherever you want, as long as it's G-rated. That's my only requirement. Photoshop or draw, cartoon, I don't care. And when the contest is over, I'll pick the funniest one, and then the winner gets the Clumsy Jedi prize pack. And in case you haven't heard, that's going to include a Clumsy Jedi t-shirt, a poster, package of stickers. I think that's it. The porg is moving. Well, yeah, this thing is shaking, so he's moving. You awake, Pudgy? Then he just fell over. I'll just move him out of frame. Oh, yeah. Okay, there is no try. All right. Anyway, I just wanted to put that out there that the contest, it's still going, and I will extend it another week to give people a better chance. But if you want to enter and you're not on social media, send me an email. If nobody ends up entering the contest, that's okay. But I just wanted to put that out there because that's what you guys suggested during my October live stream when I was asking for what could I do when I hit 2,000 subscribers, and somebody said, oh, fan art contest. So that's what I went with. Anyway, Yoda, actually, I have not gone back to him since that video. I've been so caught up in getting ready for the holidays and trying to whittle down the vlogs that I'm doing. So, you know, I haven't even taken his batteries out yet. I may do that right now. Come on, Yoda. Let's get your batteries out of there. All right. I need a screwdriver. Dang it. All right. Jedi Starship, what if they drew you as a Sith Lord? I would welcome that. Sure, put me in a dark hood, give me a red lightsaber, and make my eyes yellow. Go for it. I think that'd be hilarious. All right, I need to find a screwdriver and take out Yoda's batteries so he can be, you know, I completely forgot about that suggestion until you mentioned it. So thank you for reminding me. I need some tools. I'll be back. Over it. Here we go. Okay. Whoops. Yeah. That's terrible. Oh, Jedi Starship, you're too much. All right. Pardon me. This is probably going to look really weird, but I need to take his batteries out. Actually, it's way more than 2 batteries in there. And, of course, I got the wrong size screwdriver. I need a different one. Ugh. All right. I had to find a screwdriver the right size in here. Will this one work? Good. Nope, that one. Not that one either. All right. Where is it? Now I feel like Mary Poppins digging in the carpet bag and pulling out different things. Oh, let's see how you measure up. All right. Where'd you go? Come on, where are you? Oh, screwdriver. Come on, you screwy thing. Bingo. All right. All right, let's see if we can do this now. Whoop, okay. Make sure it's a Phillips head, not a flathead. Okay, next question from Alex. What future Star Wars trilogy would you like to see? This is going to sound terrible, and I don't want it to sound that way, but honestly, after episode 9, they can do whatever the heck they want. My first interest in Star Wars and my lingering interest in Star Wars is, I would say, 80% involved with the Skywalker family. That whole story arc involving them, that's what got me into it. That's what keeps me interested in episode 9, because it's the conclusion of the Skywalker saga. Don't get me wrong, I loved Rogue One. It took me a while to warm up to it, and I will give new things a chance, but I probably won't be as into it as I was before. So going forward, I don't really have much of an opinion on it since it's the end of the Skywalker saga. Wow. It's a lot more than 2 batteries, buddy. Oh, geez. Is one of them leaking? Oh, I hope not. Well, that one's a little bit beat up. Okay, these batteries are going bye-bye. I'm changing these things right now. And what's the expiration date on this thing? 2026, but okay, these are a little bit iffy. These batteries are going away. Hello, Darren. Nice to see you. Looking through the bag. Spare lightsaber thermal detonator, etc. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. I thought that would be funny to show. All right, come on. Maybe the batteries made him act wonky. That could be. That could. Honestly, I think that I'm gonna need to wash my hands after this for safety. I think it's probably a combination of these batteries, which this has got a tooth mark on it. So these batteries not being 100% and the move was what made him act up. I don't know if the bottom spinning part will ever be fixed, but I will try it. I will take these batteries out and then give it about a day and then put fresh batteries back in there. And then maybe in a future video, I'll give you an update and tell you how Yoda's doing. Okay. There it is. Okay. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Bingo. Well, I'll be doggone. I didn't even know if I had any more batteries for Yoda. Bingo. I do have spares. And these are in much better condition. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. All right, now I need to put the back on. Yeah, if Yoda started talking after I took the batteries out, that would be freaky. All right, now I got to put them back together. Poor little Yoda. Okay. Any other questions? Yes. Yes. That's exactly my thoughts. Exactly, Alex. That's perfect. Don't even mention that Chucky thing. Freaky. All right, we're coming up on an hour. I didn't get the chance to mention a whole lot, but whoops. Oh, I just became the surgeon that dropped a piece or a tool into the patient. This is an adjustable screwdriver, and the tip just came off and went right into Yoda's robes. Okay. There we go. That wasn't too much problem. Oh my gosh. No. No, don't subject yourself to the holiday special. You know what? Okay, that should be a new, I just thought of a new motto that I could say about Star Wars. It's funny. If Star Wars was not killed by the holiday special, it cannot be killed by anything else. That's what we should say from now on. Because the holiday special is the worst thing ever to have a Star Wars brand on it. Period. Okay, guys, let me check my agenda, see if there's anything else I need to touch on here. I'm glad you guys are, an engaging audience. That makes me happy. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Okay, mention that. Okay, that's got it. Okay, nothing else right now. Guess I've touched on all the questions I was going to ask. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys a couple more questions, and then I'm going to have to go and get some more water. I'll probably be back later this afternoon. As a matter of fact, I'm guaranteeing I will be back after this live stream is over at 3 in the afternoon, because that was the original time I was going to say. And if people didn't get the memo that the time changed, then I can catch them instead. Instead, no. Blah. I'm sorry. It's lunchtime. That's what's going on. After this is over, I need to eat something, and then I'll come back after lunch. That's an interesting idea, Jedi Starship. An up-to-date 3D animated version of the Boba Fett cartoon from the holiday special. As long as they change the script. He said friend so many times I wanted to tear my hair out. If I was a drinking person, no, I'm not gonna. We're not going there. We're not going there. Okay. Yes, I've got one more question. No, one or two. A couple more questions to ask. My tongue is misbehaving. That doesn't sound right. All right. I'm going to ask you about content for future vlogs. I want you guys to pay attention now. There's 10 of you watching. Sound like a teacher now. All right. I'm going to be weeding out the types of videos that do not get a lot of views, just to make sure I'm keeping up my viewership and getting something of a more sustainable income from YouTube. So there are 4 types of unpopular videos I'm seriously considering getting rid of permanently. And of these 4, which one would you guys miss the least? Like, which one of these would you like not miss? Would you perfectly be fine with me getting rid of? And the options are Fan Art Friday, the top 5 or top 10 lists, projects and costume builds, or pet videos. Whichever one of those gets the most views, like, no, we wouldn't miss that one. I'm going to get rid of it. I know a few of you have already voted on Twitter, but I wanted to give you guys, my viewers that don't go on social media, a chance to respond to that. So, opinions. Which unpopular video would you not miss? Fan Art Friday, top 5, top 10 lists, project and costume builds, or pet videos? Fire away. And while you guys are firing away, I'm going to get some more water. The Amazing Disappearing Jedi. I'm back. Okay, that's 1 vote for costume making. Pet videos, pet videos, pet videos. Oh, wow. Okay, Darth Crosus, all right. Thank you for stopping in. It was great chatting with you. See you later. Take care. Okay. Yeah, that's been the predominantly that's been the #1 vote for the type of videos I should oust is the pet videos. It's a landslide. It beats everything else. Like no. Yeah, I know. Well, that's the first vote I've gotten in favor of getting rid of Fan Art Friday. And that is literally the only vote. Everyone else is like, no, don't get rid of Fan Art Friday. Yes, I do post those on Facebook. But one thing I am going to be doing next year is alternating every week. One week I'll post Fan Art Friday. The next week I'll do Saber Saturday. It could be Saber Saturday every single week if the demand for it stays up. But I am going to reduce the number of Fan Art Fridays I do. But oh, thank you guys. It doesn't get a whole lot of views, but everybody seems to really like it. It doesn't add up, but hey, as long as people still enjoy it, I'll keep doing it. And like I did with the video of sketching Luke, I want to see if I can switch up the angles and keep things more interesting. Of course, finding royalty-free music that sounds like Star Wars is really tricky. And I've used the same tracks like 15 times. I need to get some fresh music in there. Thank you so much. Jedi Starship said, Fan Art Friday is a no-no for me. Not only do you progress as a fellow artist, but you present increasingly better work as time goes on. Thank you. Okay, well, that one. So, overwhelmingly in favor of ditching the pet videos. Okay. However, for those of you who are followers of mine on Instagram, you know I spam it with pictures of my dog. That probably won't stop anytime soon. So any pet content from now on, I will limit to Twitter and Instagram, those two platforms. Anything about the pets, it's going there. I won't make any more videos about it. Okay. All right. Hope everybody's happy with that. Okay, and this is a question I haven't. Oh, thank you guys so much. Everybody likes the fan art. That blows my mind. You know, when I was little, I thought I could never draw because my sister was the artist in the family. It just took me a little longer to catch up, that's all. Anyway, enough of my babbling about that. You guys like the fan art? Wow. Okay. Next question. This is actually going to be my final question during the session from me to you guys. And that is, there's 4 popular videos, one of which I'm almost determined to almost completely do away with because I'm so burned out on it. You probably hate me for this, but I'm just going to put it out there. There's 4 types of popular videos I'm thinking of cutting back on at the very least. And they won't be getting rid of completely because you guys like them so much. But of these 4 popular videos, the ones that get a lot of views, if I got rid of one of them, which one would you miss the most? Which one of these do you like best? And the categories are reaction videos, Saber Saturday, trooping videos, and film and TV reviews. And now this is stuff that you would miss the most. Now, if anybody wants to answer that question, go ahead and fire away. I'll give you a few minutes for that. But then after that, after this question's been answered, I'm going to have to go grab some lunch because let's just say we've got a lot of diabetes in my family history. And if I go too long without eating, my blood sugar goes nuts. So, again, which of these videos would you miss the most? Reactions, Saber Saturday, trooping videos, or film and TV reviews? Give you guys a couple. Okay. Okay. Wait for you guys to. This is going the way I fear. I hope I don't get strung up. Okay. All right, that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 votes so far for reaction videos being the ones you'd miss the most. I want to see if we can get all 9 people that are watching to vote on that. And that's another one for reactions. Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling about this, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But you go ahead and finish vote. Let your voices be heard, okay? There's 1 vote for Saber Saturday. Could be cut to once a month, in my opinion. I am going to be cutting back on Saber Saturday if enough people are open to that. To like twice a month, like once every 2 weeks instead of every single week. That way, you'd probably be able to see the progress better over a longer period of time. So far, that's 5 for reactions, 2 for reviews, and 1 for Saber Saturday. So 5, 2, 1. All right, 1 more vote, and then I'll tally these up. So far, reactions are like Like everybody's like, don't get rid of the reactions, please don't get rid of the reactions. So, wow. That's not surprising. The reactions are probably what drew most of you to my channel in the first place. I guess I shouldn't be surprised about that. Okay, a couple more minutes, and then I will tally these votes. Although at this point, it's pretty obvious. And of course, I will follow this up with another poll on Twitter next week asking the same question. Still waiting for a Dragon Slayer reaction. Wow. I don't think it counts me as a viewer. I don't know. Okay, well, either way, reactions are the winner for keeping by a landslide. Oh my gosh, it's not surprising, but with that being said, I have to give you guys some sort of bad news. It was said pretty well by Sintage88, who says, I like the reactions, but I feel like you could burn out on them without taking breaks. Yes. As far as reactions go, I'm burned out. I've got them scheduled on Wednesdays until Christmas Eve. But after that, I'm not going to be doing any more for at least a couple of months. And after that, I'm probably going to be cutting them way back. Since you guys don't want me to get rid of them completely, oh gosh, I'm going to need to figure this out because every single week I'm getting burned out. That's why my reactions have been a little flat lately. Yeah, my older reaction videos, they're more genuine because they were more farther spread apart, and I was pickier, if you will, about the content that I reacted to. If I just react to like anything Star Wars, if I'm not invested in it at all, like anything like Old Republic or Reylo, or most things, not all, but most things regarding the dark side that don't directly involve the Skywalker family, you're not going to get as good a reaction as to, say, a movie trailer or a tribute video to Luke Skywalker or even Obi-Wan Kenobi. So that's just the way things are right now, and I'm burned out, and I need to I need to take a break. So at the end of the year, I'll keep reacting to a couple of fan suggestions until Christmas Eve. After that, there won't be any more reactions until it could be as late as February before you see any more reactions. I need a break. I'm burned out, guys, and I hope you guys can understand that. With you guys' input, I'm not going to quit reactions. I'm probably going to cut them down to about once a month, unless it's like a movie trailer. And movie trailers reacting to, the only movie trailers I'm going to be reacting to on this channel are going to be all Star Wars. Like, once the first trailer for episode 9 comes out, I will react to that. That's a guarantee. Definitely, I want to see that one. That one may get a little emotional, especially if they show the tiniest clip of Leia. Any trailers for The Mandalorian, I'll definitely react to. Trailers, possibly episodes if I can get a hold of them, of season 7 of Clone Wars, that's guaranteed. Anything else, it's kind of up in the air. Okay? Anyway, I'm kind of that was kind of long-winded, but I just wanted to explain things to you guys, and since I would say a good 80 to 90% of you are extremely understanding, I thank you in advance. So there we go. Okay. Moving on. I will answer 3 more questions at this point, and then I'm going. All right. Because I need lunch. All right. Next question from Alex. Do you watch the Star Wars show? I was watching it regularly until Solo came out, and then, I don't know, my interest in it just kind of fizzled. I don't know. Anytime there's updates about an upcoming saga movie or Clone Wars or anything like that, yes, I watch the Star Wars show, but other than that, I haven't watched it for about a month, so I don't know. All right, another question from Alex, which has already been answered earlier in the live stream. Excited for the Cassian Andor TV show? Yes. Diego Luna's returning. He did a really good job. I'd love to see some of his backstory. So there we go. All right, next question from Darren. Do you like Harry Potter? I'm not a huge fan. I'm definitely not a Potterhead, I guess they would call them. I don't know what they're called. I'm not that much into magic, although I love fantasy stories and I love morality tales. And there seems to be there's both of those elements in the Harry Potter series. I have to say I don't like the setting, but some of the characters I really like. I can relate to some of the characters, and the strong themes of friendship and courage and seeing something through all the way to the end and doing the right thing. I really like those, and the music. I adore the music for most of the Harry Potter films because it was done by John Williams. The guy cannot write a bad score. It's amazing. And I did take one of those quizzes to get sorted into a house, and apparently I'm a Hufflepuff. People may laugh at me for that, but hey. Anyway, I hope that answers your question. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, bye, Gavoon. Thank you for popping in. It's always good to talk to you guys. Jedi Starship, you are full of it. Oh my gosh. I mean, and I don't mean in a bad way. You're just full of jokes today, and you're making me laugh. It's funny you should mention pickles because I'm a pickle fiend. Oh no, my poor porg. That's the post I'm gonna make for Thanksgiving. Chewie picking up the porg and getting ready to eat it and then going, Happy Thanksgiving. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Thank you for the laugh, Jedi Starship. That's hilarious. Not only Timmy, I'm easily amused. All right. Okay, final question from Richard Long, who asks, have you seen any of the YouTube Star Wars stories? No, but one of them, I think it's called Odyssey. That one's on my list. I'm going to see that one when I can. I may do a reaction to it, maybe not, but really, anything I do from here until the car gets fixed is kind of up in the air. Because when the car does get fixed and it's running reliably again, I need to get in more driving practice because I've got my skills test. Oh, and I'm running low on battery power. I need to charge this sucker. I've got my skills test coming up for behind the wheel on the 30th. If the car does not get fixed by then, I'm going to have to reschedule. But I'll give you guys updates on that. I need to go now. I'll be back at about 3 in the afternoon. If any of you guys want to come back, you're welcome to. But I want to see if I can get as many opinions on the questions that I asked you as possible. My battery's running low. I've got to go. Thank you, everybody, so much for checking in. I love you guys. Seriously, some of my subscribers, you've been here for like years, and you're like family, and I love you guys. And I'm getting mushy, but that's how I feel. So until next time, this is the Clumsy Jedi and Yoda and my porg all signing off. Bye, guys. Where's the end stream? But there it is. Yes, end, please.